to raise bid. Okay, cool beans. Good morning. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I am your host, Shay Cannon, an award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of 6 and 7-figure CEOs. However, I have a mission, and that mission includes you, and that is entrepreneurs and small business owners who are spinning their wheels and struggling to get to your first 6 figures in business. I want to show you how to make the money and create time freedom. Let's make the money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. I'll spare you the 5-year journey. However, I am currently living my best life and working my best business in Mexico. Okay, so let's get at it, because we have already released the blog talk subtopic of the day. All week long, we have been talking about ChatGPT for small business, okay? ChatGPT for small business. And this came about because 2 weeks ago, we talked about AI for small business. Now, what we know is ChatGPT is the most popular AI tool out there. In fact, some people who are not quite in the know yet may even think that ChatGPT is the only AI. It's not, but it is the most popular, and it is my favorite, right? So this week we've been talking about how to use it for your small business, because I know everybody's talking about it. You see people telling you what they've been able to do with it, but nobody's really showing you how to use it, right? They're not taking that edge off for you to be comfortable to get into it, and start doing things, let alone know what the things are that you can do, right? So that's what I have come in this week to do. So on Monday, what we talked about was how to use ChatGPT for marketing. Okay. On Tuesday, what we talked about was how to use ChatGPT for sales. Now, there's a lot of stuff out there about sales and marketing. In fact, I gave you guys a link to my AI resource folder. There's things in there that I have bought. There are a whole bunch. There are thousands of prompts in that folder. So if you haven't checked that folder out yet, shame on you, because it's a whole bunch of marketing and sales stuff in there, because everybody talks about the marketing and sales. But yesterday, what we talked about that I have seen nobody talk about is sustainability. Okay, sustainability or operations, really. Okay, so yesterday we talked about that. Catch yesterday's replay. Today, what we're talking about is innovation. Okay, innovation. How do you innovate? How do you do things that other people aren't doing in your industry, or that do what you do? Right? We want to stand out. We don't want to look like everybody else. All right. So again, if you want to follow along with the blog post, it's at shaycannon.com/ChatGPT. Go all the way down to the 4th section. We are on innovation. All right. Innovation is all about bringing new life into your business by doing things in new and exciting ways for your clients, as well as being new to your industry or business in general. Okay. So that's my definition of innovation. Now, as you've learned this week, to keep from getting trash out, we don't put trash in, right? So the P in GPT is pre-trained, but it's not pre-trained about you and your business. So we always start with training it about us and our business, okay? So that we get the best value out. So to train for innovation, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put in there things about our market position, okay? Information about your main competitors. Like, where do you think you are in the market? Where do you want to be? Who do you feel like is doing well? Okay. And tell them about that competitor. Excuse me, I'm gonna need some water in a minute. You want to tell it about your customer demographics and your customer preferences, right? Who are your customers? By now, you should have an ideal client persona with at least 20 to 30 traits, not them 5 little traits with their age and their income and 2 other things, okay? No. So you should have a dump all of that in there, and then tell them what service, what they value in your service. I'm sorry. So you're going to tell them about the client avatar, and then you're going to tell them what they value in your service. So what pain points do you relieve them of? What transformations do you bring about? Okay. Then we're going to tell them about past, current, and future service offerings. Okay. The past offerings that you have that you don't want to give anymore, or that didn't work. Okay. The current services that you're offering, tell a little bit about that, and then tell it about some of the stuff you're thinking about bringing into fruition for offering to your clients. Okay. Tell it all that stuff. Then we're going to feed it any existing customer feedback or market research data that we have. Put all of that in there, okay? Then we're going to put in there what's available as resources for innovation. What time do we have to work on innovation? What money or budget do we have? What team do we have? Okay, what's available for us to bring about this innovation? Then we're going to put in there, how quickly can we evolve with tech? Okay, what tech are we already using, and how quickly are we able to, I'm going to say, indoctrinate new technology? Okay, so those are the things you're going to put in there to train it. Okay, train it first. Then we're going to start asking it questions so that we can start getting information on how we can be innovative, okay? So the first question we're going to ask is, how can we regularly gather and analyze information about current trends in our industry, right? Some of us don't understand there's information out there already waiting for us to take it and use it. These are the trends. How are you keeping up with the trends in your industry? Right? As y'all know, as a part of my default week, every Sunday, I do research. Every Sunday. This is how I'm able to bring y'all information about the cutting edge stuff, but help you to use it in a way that's usable, that's digestible. Okay. So how are you keeping up with the trends of your industry? What are the best sources of insight for emerging trends and customer preferences? Because remember, you fed it what your customers prefer. Right? So now you're asking ChatGPT, hey, show me about where I can find out more information about these things that my customers prefer. Then we're going to ask about emerging opportunities, okay? What new and underserved market needs can we identify? Okay? What new and emerging market needs can we identify? How can we use our unique strengths to address these opportunities? We're getting somewhere now, right? We're getting to the thick of things. We fed it all this information, and now we're asking it, hey, help me identify what you think is innovative. And think about it. ChatGPT is just a brain with a whole bunch of information in there. All the information it started with, all the information other people are inputting. And y'all know a lot of people are using ChatGPT. So, and it's pulling in information from Bing if you have the paid version. So you're asking it to go through all the information, right? And tell you, hey, what new and underserved market needs can we identify, and how can we use our strengths to address these opportunities? Right there is going to be some innovation, right? But that's not all. Look, wait, there's more. Okay, now we're going to ask it, how can we create a workplace environment that encourages creativity and experimentation? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all with teams, y'all be zapping all the creativity out your team. First of all, most of y'all are micromanaging rather than macro-managing. If you don't know the difference, micromanaging is you managing the shit out of the person into a process that may or may not work, okay? Macro-managing is managing the results and giving the team the support they need to get to the results. See the difference, right? So macro-managing allows for creativity. It allows for your team to use their strengths. But hey, y'all already know I'm a born leader. We'll talk about leadership another time, okay? What initiatives can we implement to regularly generate and discuss new ideas, right? Because sometimes your team is an untapped resource for new ideas, okay? Especially if you have a team that doesn't just work for you, okay? All right, next thing, engage with customers for feedback and ideas. So how can we effectively gather feedback from our customers to guide our innovation efforts? There's no better person to ask about what will work than the person that you're going to try to sell it to, okay? Can we create platforms or forums where customers can share their ideas and needs? Guess what that might be? A Facebook group. Guess what we got up right now? A poll. Guess what that poll is going to do? Help with the workshop that y'all are going to invest in, okay? Hush, Dr. LaFera. I know. Okay, so implement agile methodologies, okay? Agile, that's just adaptability. That's all agile is, right? How can we adapt agile methodologies in our project management to enhance flexibility and responsiveness? Because see, a lot of y'all have teams that you just expect to do stuff, but you don't have a project well structured. You don't have any one place to go for this project. How do we be agile and be more adaptable and be more structured, okay? What training and resources are needed to successfully implement these methodologies? Again, Yesterday, I heard y'all say a lot about you don't have time to train people. Ask ChatGPT. Hey, how do I train these folks on this? Hey, create the training plan. Hey, create resources that they can go to based on this training plan where something else can train them. Not me. I don't got time, right? Ask ChatGPT. Invest in research and development. So I don't know about invest because y'all know we kind of like our organic stuff, like we don't be having budgets for a lot of stuff, but you can ask it what percentage of our resources can we allot to research, right, for innovation if you're ready for that. How can we balance short-term business needs with long-term innovation investments? Okay, because to be honest with you, sometimes the innovation that you need is on the other side of a payment, is on the other side of an investment, right? Okay, explore collaborations and partnerships. We kind of talked about partnerships yesterday with sustainability, but this time we're going to ask it, are there potential partnerships with other businesses or institutions that could foster innovation, right? Think about the first album that came out that had a rapper and an R&B singer. Man, come on. That was innovation at the time, right? How can we leverage these partnerships to access new technologies, skills, and markets? Okay, now we want to leverage technology to innovate. So we're going to ask it, what emerging technologies can be integrated into our services to create new value for customers? What did I just teach y'all? I think it was 2 weeks ago. I taught y'all about GPTs, right? That's innovative. That's technology. You can add it to your service. So you can ask ChatGPT this question and it can come up with all kinds of stuff. How do we stay updated with technological advancements related to our business? Ask it. Y'all don't know. I'm signed up for more than a few email newsletters that give roundups, okay, which is, just a whole bunch of information from different places about what's happening. You might need to sign up for some of these newsletters, right? So you can ask it, hey, for technological development, like, where do I find information? So you can sign up for newsletters and start getting this stuff. Train team and adaptability, I'm going to skip over that. Monitor and adapt regulatory changes, I'm going to skip over that. Go to the blog. Evaluate and adapt business model. Come on now. How should we review and potentially adapt our business model to stay relevant? Imagine telling it what your business model is and asking it, how do I stay relevant? And the stuff that it will pop out. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Okay. Next, what criteria should we use to determine if a change in our business model is necessary? Man, this is good stuff. I'm gonna break my arm patting myself on the back. Do you hear me? Okay. And then, of course, we want to measure and evaluate. We know there should be KPIs for everything. So that's the last part. I'll leave that to you. And so, again, the blog post is at shaycannon.com/ChatGPT. Okay, so let's go into the questions for this round of what you've learned that ChatGPT can do for you. Y'all know I'm sharing my boyfriend with y'all. So I want to know, how are y'all going to use them? Okay, so Teray, what did you learn new that is of value and what will you be implementing?
Good morning.
Martin.
Just wow. The whole daggone week was wow. I mean, I did the replay yesterday and I was just like, but I checked off a couple of these. What I learned is that it can help me regularly gather and analyze information about trends in our industry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just like, so I'm going to use that. Also, engaging with customers for feedback and ideas. How can we effectively gather feedback from our customers to guide our innovation efforts? So my publisher, I have a quick example. My publisher was like, hey, while we're publishing your book, take a couple of the first couple chapters and send it to a couple people so they can read it and they can talk to you about, what they think about the book. So I was like, okay. She was like, we can use it for testimonials before the book comes out. I'm like, okay, that works. People are coming back and not only are they giving me feedback, but they're telling me their own personal stories that I didn't even consider. They're telling me stuff like, yeah, this is what's going on with me. And then they're coming up with suggestions. Sometimes it's great whenever people are trying to tell you what you need to do for them. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't want them to tell you, like, this is my business. I already know what I'm doing. And then there are times whenever they tell you and you're like, I didn't even think of that. I didn't think that was your pain point. So this is like, absolutely, this gathering feedback thing, I need to have this incorporated on a regular basis. That's not just once a year or whatever. Just, yeah.
Exactly. Yep. I always love when y'all give me feedback. Right now, I keep playing with Dr. LaFera because I know her feedback is already, give me the goddamn membership and the damn workshop link already. I understand, but I ain't had time. So today, that's one of the things I'm working on. But I do at least have the date that it's going to be in.
It's not just her December. Either. It's all of us.
I know. Yeah,
we all need that link.
Hold tight. You will see it released tomorrow. Tomorrow is December 1st. So I'm releasing the calendar for December, which includes all of that. And by the way, we will have our first work session tomorrow. It is free. And so the link, so just know it'll start at 12 p.m. Eastern time. The link will be released probably later today because that I don't need to wait till tomorrow for. So you'll see a Facebook event pop up for the work session that we'll have on Fridays. And so the first one will be this Friday. All right. Heather, from today's ChatGPT information about how to be innovative in your business, what was something of value that stood out to you and what are you going to implement?
Well, good morning, everyone. And I would just like to second, third, fourth, fifth, 500th. Could we get this particular workshop vote going? Just saying. Okay. Anywho, so I think customer feedback for sure, but also I really want to understand more about emerging opportunities, partnerships, and I guess I guess I would say market and industry analysts, and you know, they analyze
analytics.
Thank you.
Data. Look, data, yes. Data. Yeah.
Words are a problem for me this morning. So it's just I think for me, that would be but also I really am curious about the adapting the business model.
Yes. So what you know is you can find out about innovation all you want, but until you implement it, what does that mean, right? Mm-hmm. And so what you can tell it is, hey, this is the current business model. Like, when do I know when it's time to change it? How do I incorporate this into it? Those are the kind of questions that you're asking when it comes to business model.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. No problem. Dewana, can you come off the mic and tell me what is something you learned of value? And how are you going to implement it?
Good morning, everybody. I was completely blown away yesterday when I actually used GPT for a new client in my business, and I literally just sat down and started asking it all the detailed questions. When you and like you can say I'm stuttering because I'm just blown away. I was really and truly. And I got it. I finally got it yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I got it. So I'm just going to continue on this upward trajectory and just watch with this thing. I mean, I even went in and redid my bio and my website, and I was completely blown away. So I'm going to just continue on this upward trend. Thank you so much, Shay. You are amazing. Thank you for introducing us to us. So that's it.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, Glow. What did you find most value that you learned today, and how are you going to implement it? Let's see if Glow can come off the mic. There you go.
My phone wouldn't let it. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, hey, ladies. Just basically looking over it and listening to what you were saying. I'm falling back more on the it was the feedback and market research, any existing customer feedback or market research data. That's what I want to focus on. Then when I went down and I looked into it, and I was also looking at invest in research and development, and also I don't know, like training a team and would be it. but I do work with, a lot different people do come on the show. So I don't know which one that I would actually use. No, it was the explore the calibrations and partnerships. That's it right there. Because I do have people that is reaching out and wanting to do more with me and actually be on like as a host. But I'm just like, I don't know if I want that. Like I do so much better in regards with working on my own timing and stuff. Because working with other people, we all have to be on the same timing and stuff, and I'll be busy and all that good stuff. So yeah, but I'm working with it.
Yeah. Well, ask it about partnerships, because all partnerships don't have to be the way that you're thinking, right? Some partnerships are you have a genius and they have a genius. So they don't ever come into your lane because that's not their genius and that's not the value they're bringing to the table. You see what I'm saying? So partnership don't look like a co-host. You know what I'm saying? Partnership could look like you actually having and recording your podcast in a location with a coffee shop, and they have a special, especially for you because you're live in person in the coffee shop. You see what I'm saying? And now you're allowing the coffee shop patrons to be a part of the live audience. You see that partnership? They will have nothing to do with your content or how you're running your show. So just think different. Be open to thinking different. Cool beans. All right. Dr. LaFera, what did you find interestingly valuable today? See, I tried to go off course and that didn't work out well. What did you find valuable today, and what are you going to implement?
I found interestingly valuable.
Stop showing off just because you can say it all smooth.
Yes, interestingly valuable. The part about the customer trends, to see what my customers prefer, especially my current but kind of new to my offer customers. And then the part about how we can create a when I get a workplace of people other than me, how we can create a workplace environment that fosters creativity. I like that because they do work with a lot of other people, and that gets on my nerves because then it's like you could tell they're distracted. They're not thinking. And then are there potential partnerships that could foster innovation with institutions and individuals? Because that'll help me with like the corporate part of what I want to do. So I like that.
Cool beans. Love it. All right, Demetra, what did you find valuable, and how are you going to implement it? Or what are you going to implement?
Good morning, everyone. I think it's fair to say, Shay, that all of it needs to be implemented. So I'm not going to pick one, but I will tell you what I will do with this week's blog.
All right.
Okay. This is something that truly needs to be printed and placed very near to you for consistently being worked on. So you started the week off with your sales. I did the customization in the paid version of ChatGPT. Well, no, you started it with marketing. So I already have that information from Chat. So my question to you would be, when I move on to the stage of sales and the rest of the categories for this week, I'm not going to go back into customization, correct? I'm going to go back and I'm going to go into the bottom portion now and continue to train the GPT. Is that correct?
That's correct. So you don't go back into that little area of the paid version where you have the 2 boxes and you filled it up. No, you don't go back over there. You put it in so what I suggest that you do is the same one where you started about marketing, use that same chat and go in there and teach it about, give it that information about sales, to teach it about your sales cycles, and then ask it the sales questions. Use the same chat and teach it about your sustainability and ask it the sustainability questions. Use the same chat. Put in the innovation stuff and ask it about your innovation stuff. You see what I'm saying?
I used up the 1,500 words already. I was at 1,498. So I don't think I can put anything. I can't put anything else in that area.
No, it's not. And that's what I was trying to teach you guys. Like, I don't even use the area. You know what I'm saying? It is impossible to put everything you need to teach it over in that area. It's a great start, You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that area can be used for the general basics about your business, right?
Correct.
But every time you go to ask it a question, there are things that ChatGPT can know that are deeper that have to do with the questions that you're asking. And they may or may not even be over there in that little section. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm always training it, period. Whether I had something over there or not, I'd still be training it within the chat that I'm going to ask it questions.
Okay. So your question was, how am I going to use it?
Well, what are you going to implement?
Oh, what am I going to? All of it. I'm sorry, y'all. Every single thing from this entire week. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Take a bow. You're welcome. Dr. Tachi, what did you find of value and what are you going to implement?
Hello. Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Why am I always the summation speaker? I'm just wondering.
What? You be late, so you be last.
Okay.
I don't know.
Good night. They're just wondering. So this all, as was just echoed, this entire week has been excellent. Shay is a national treasure. I just need to say that. Bubble wrap Shay. Hashtag bubble.
International.
Exactly. International treasure. Indeed.
Thank you.
So the entire thing is so great, but specifically, I think I would like to use it to determine industry trends. Like you were talking about with the newsletters, I already subscribe to, honestly, I think 75 newsletters with industry trends of what's going on in streaming, which is great. But I don't always have the time to get to every single article that could be beneficial. So I think I would like to use that to, train it to look for industry trends and who the actual customers for OTT are, or clients for OTT are.
Yes, I love that. Another thing that you can do, Dr. Tachi, if you instead of you going through the newsletters, you can just copy the newsletter and paste it into ChatGPT and say, hey, what in here is relevant to da da da, and then it's gonna go through all of it and pull it out.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yep. Let me tell you another thing that I did. So I'm getting ready for 2024, right? So one of the things I had to do was pull in like social media holidays, federal holidays, retail holidays, company holidays, things related to the industry, right? And so you're pulling that stuff from different places, so it's not in chronological order. So I put it all on one document, and then I took the document and copied everything, put it in ChatGPT, and told it to put it in chronological order. So guess what? Now my shit is in chronological order, and I didn't have to do it, right? So you can use ChatGPT for a lot of stuff. Thank you, Dr. Tachi. Stacy, from what you heard, what's most valuable, and what are you going to implement?
I am going to work on the stuff about the customers. So the insights for the things my customers prefer, how to use my strengths to address those opportunities, and then how to generate new ideas, and then dealing with the technology associated with that stuff.
Love it. Thank you, Stacy. Kimberly, I don't know if you can come off the mic or not, maybe not, but you can put it in the comments. Let me tell y'all something else about innovation, right? Sometimes y'all see other people doing stuff and you think that because they're doing it, that you can't do it. I need y'all to stop thinking like that, okay? I need y'all to stop thinking like that, because it is so many people out there that have stepped out as AI experts. I could have very well let that stop me from teaching y'all what I've been teaching y'all. And my particular tribe would have done without, because they don't necessarily see the same gurus that I see, right? I had to tell y'all who the gurus were for me, right? Alicia Little, John Lawson, Dr. Kimberly West, who is in this community, Meredith Hurston, who is in this community, right? I've learned a lot from a lot of people, but guess what? My particular genius, if I can filter everything I've learned through my particular genius to give my tribe the information the way they need it from me, that's still innovative. Before we went live, Teray said, listen, do you know you giving stuff away for free that people are charging for? But this is how I'm being innovative with my community, who needs what they need from me and who needs what they need from the industry that I'm in or the things that I'm teaching, right? So sometimes innovation is right there, but y'all scared to be innovative because you saw somebody else doing it. Well, don't copy off them, be inspired by them. And please don't copy off them, because I get so tired of people copying off me. But hey, whatever. I guess that's the compliment, right? Imitation, whatever. I call it thievery, but whatever. So don't be afraid to be innovative off the things that you're learning. Just put your twist on it, right? They may not have taught it in a way that's how you would give it to your people. So take the inspiration, wrap it in your genius, and spit it out to your people in a way that's innovative for them. Okay. What I don't lit the chat on fire. Y'all like seriously. I'm just saying, y'all. But okay, let's get into something else. So I asked, what'd you say, Auntie Shaky?
I didn't go.
I didn't know if you had been listening the whole time, but you know what? I love when y'all step up. I be trying to spare y'all. When y'all come in here at the last minute and I just stop talking, I don't know if you heard it or not. So, hey, I would love it if you went, Auntie Shaky. So what new thing did you learn and how are you going to implement it? Y'all see how y'all act? Y'all see how y'all act?
Okay, so here's the thing. Transparency, I didn't hear it, but I read it.
Okay, come through now. Come on with the homework.
Okay. So with what I read, you know, my customers are so super important for me. And so one of the things that was important is that develop a client retention plan. So using it for that. And then also using it for my customer journey. I actually did that earlier this week and compose. I wanted it to compose an image, but anyway, that's a work in progress. But everything right now for me, like I think Demetria said, using all of it, but right now the focus is like the journey for my customers, or I should say my clients, as well as my team. So
love it. Love it. Thank you, Shaky. You will not be denied no matter what. Love it. I love it. Okay. So I know some of y'all are like, okay, be innovative. That's great. But how can I be innovative though? I know you gave me all this information, but how? So guess what I did? I went and I asked ChatGPT, right? And I said, hey, where can I look to be inspired for innovation in my service-based business on my road to its first 6 figures, right? And so it spit out 10 things, and I could ask it for more. In fact, let me go down here and ask it for more. Let me see. More without repeating is my favorite prompt when I'm asking for more. Okay, so the first thing was industry research and trends analysis, right? That's assuming you have access to that stuff. Now, we've already taught you how you can go have ChatGPT go get it for you, but what if you had access to it? Well, don't forget to use it, right? Okay, customer feedback and engagement. Come on now. Your customers tell you what they want. Listen to them. They say they want a link to this workshop. Give it to, okay, let me stop. Anyway, listen to your customer feedback, okay? So your customer has the best feedback than any data you can get, okay? And guess what? If they're not just giving you feedback, you need to be presenting opportunities for them to give you feedback, right? I already have it in my plan. There's going to be a quiz a month or a poll a month in the group, right? So that I can make sure that whatever workshop, whatever training that we're going to have, I've already asked you what you want to make sure to learn about it, right? So feedback, all right? Competitive analysis. Some of us be like, I don't look at the competitors. I run my own race. Where you need to look at them, okay? You need to know where the gap is in between you. How else do you stand out, right? You need to press what's different about you, but sometimes they're doing something that you see and you're like, I don't think that's going to work for you, but a better way to do it would be this, innovation, right? So do look at your competitors. Look across industries for inspiration. If you see somebody, I mean, we all got business besties. Most of us are in business networks, business communities. We friend each other. We see each other doing things. Hey, start asking people, if it's your business best to ask them, hey, I see you doing such and such. I think I want to do that. How do you think I can change that to where I can do that too in my industry? Y'all are not competitors, right? Y'all not even in the same industry. I have so many innovative things that I do that other people take and they do. And they're like, hey, I think I want to do that for mine. The movie club. We're about to have movie club every month, right? Because I think everybody's having a damn book club. And everybody ain't got time to read, right? So movie club is what I came up with. I've had a business bestie come and say, hey, I think I want to do a movie club. It was Kwanda Lamb. She has Spanish for Black girls. She said, I want to do a movie club. How do you think I should do it? And I said, hey, it's Spanish for Black girls. Pick Spanish speaking movies. Now she off and running, right? So look at your business besties, look into your business community. Are people doing something that you find innovative, and how can you do it too in a way that's innovative for your own people? Okay. Technology integration. Okay. Hell, ChatGPT is a number one. How can you infuse ChatGPT to be innovative? And I don't just mean going to it and asking it questions. I mean, what GPTs can you create and give the link to your people to use, right? Movie club for sales and finance. Yes, ma'am, Shaky. Yes, ma'am. Professional development and training. Okay. How many times have you been in trainings and you were like, hey, I like the way they did that. When I get ready to teach and I have my own webinar, I want to add that to my webinar, right? Like I told y'all, every Sunday I'm doing professional development and learning stuff. And sometimes I'm not just taking in the information that they're teaching. Sometimes I'm taking in the way they taught it, right? One of my favorite webinar hosts is Andy Heringuez of Story. I forget what it's not Story Brand, but it's something, right? But anyway, I love the way he do his webinars where he's standing up. Now, if I wasn't lazy, I'd do my webinar standing up. But I also love the way that he story tells in the webinar. It reminds me not to be so technical, right? So you could be doing something where you're learning, but the format in which you're learning could be your inspiration for innovation for your own people. Customer experience enhancement. Okay, you're a customer. What made things a great experience for you as a customer? How can you bring that into your own business and give that experience to your people? Social listening, right? So this could be like your Reddits, your your little forums or your Facebook groups, wherever there's a group of people and hearing people talk about stuff, right? And you kind of know what the answer should be for your people. They might not even be asking the question from your industry, but you know that question applies, right? Experimentation and pilot projects. All right. I mean, even some of this TV stuff, because TV is getting to be more business, what do you call it? Shark Tankish, more business innovation and entrepreneur training-ish, right? Even going back to the day of what was P. Diddy? Well, P. Diddy in trouble right now, but what was his program back in the day about the groups, something about making a band? Even the way he was teaching them about the industry, right? You can pull some of that stuff in how you teach your people about your industry. Now, don't be assaulting folks and stuff. I don't, but I'm just saying be innovative, okay? Let's see what's going on in this chat. Y'all saying a lot of stuff in this chat. Let me see. I'm gonna go back. Dr. Tachi said to Ray, why did you have the same exact expression as your emoji? That's hilarious. Let's see. Heather said imitation is the most sincere form of flattery or some bullshit. Yeah, it's thievery, whatever. Let's see. Kimberly said, everything this week was impactful using ChatGPT for my next marketing campaign. I asked him to create a full plan and he came through. I'm crafting a poll and I'm reviewing what I think are my competitors. I learned that I need to really know what my demographic is and not who I think they are. Exactly. Kimberly, what I'll say is, if the demographic that you are attracting is not the demographic that you want to attract, put in there who you're attracting, who you want to attract, and ask them, how can I use what I'm doing to actually attract who I want, right? So you could do that too. Teray said, feedback for Shay, give us the link. Cut it out, Teray. Auntie Shaky, we already talked about that. I planned on an album of the month, old school, which matches my brand. I didn't think it would work, but I'm going to try. Yes, ma'am. Do that, please. One of the things that I'm going to do, again, in this thing that Dr. LaFera, but in the membership, one of the things for productivity is I'm going to be sharing a playlist for productivity, right? Ain't nobody doing that. Nobody I know. So I'm going to say nobody. So yeah, bring music into it. That makes it different, right? Dr. LaFera said, guess I could have could do how Stella got her groove back in a movie club for, yes, any movies about older women having a great life, right? It's a lot of them, and they don't always have to be Black people. So yes. Auntie Shaker, he don't teach nothing but them stories make you want to buy. Yes, that's what he's selling, but the format in which he's selling it is also innovative. And so that's what I mean. Let's see. First Wives Club, best movie. I like that. They also now have a series, First Wives Club. I think it's on what is it, on Amazon? Or is it on Netflix? I don't know. It's on Netflix. Thank you, Dr. Tachi, because I've been dipping into the Amazon now these days. So yeah. So I love this. This is how you be innovative. So my question is, does anybody have a question on how to use ChatGPT for any problem they're having right now? Anybody got a problem? They're like, how can I use ChatGPT to solve that problem? It don't have to be innovation. I'm asking you generally. What problem are you having in your business? And do you want to know how ChatGPT can solve it?
Yes, I'm gonna get in on this real quick. So
okay.
I know that there are traditional ways of going through a sales cycle or going through a sales page and stuff like that. I would love for ChatGPT to give me a funnel design with triggers for an ideal like sales funnel.
Okay. For what?
Heather got super excited. Like
she did.
Because I hate Active Campaign with the red hot passion of 1,000 burning suns, but I know that I need to use it. And so you saying that was like for me. Yep. So thank you.
Okay, so what are we building a funnel for, Auntie Shaky?
Okay, so a funnel for my offer. So my offer is so I'm getting, that's why I haven't posted the offer yet because it's not in me yet. But the offer is helping people.
Okay. Is it the offer we talked about?
Yes, it's the offer we talked about.
My offer is to recruit insurance agents.
It actually is that easy. I don't know why. I was trying to think of the luxury.
Because you trying to think of the marketing. I just needed the click
yes.
over. My offer is to recruit insurance agents let me see. My offer is to turn people wanting to make more money into insurance agents to be on my team. First of all, move out the way. By getting them licensed in 14 days and teaching them the cutting edge strategies to make the money. Okay, and what did you want to know? You wanted a what now? A funnel?
So, yep, a good funnel to take them through with triggers.
Okay, so is this the this is people who are coming into awareness of you?
I would say so.
The best lead magnet. Now let me see what would be the best funnel with triggers, including the best lead magnet and follow-up emails and behavior triggers that go to other follow-up emails, all compelling enough to make them buy the offer in the deal. Let's see what happens. Okay. This is a good foundation. Okay. So this is basically the high level plan, right? So what I would then do is go back up. Okay. It kind of went detailed on the lead magnet, right? So I would ask it to write this ebook. Okay.
I literally was thinking that immediately.
I
was
would
like,
ask it to write this
being
ebook.
written today.
Right here, I would give it some information and tell it to give me the bullet points of the webinar or the workshop, right? Right here, I would tell it to write the copy. Right here, I would ask for a list of at least 10 strong calls to action. Right here, write the email sequence. You see what I'm saying? Behavior triggers is telling you what to do. I would just ask it more about, okay, send follow-up emails, write these follow-up emails, right? Engagement tracking. I would even, so did y'all know if you are actually keeping your numbers, right? Did you know that you could take your numbers, put them in ChatGPT and say, hey, these are my numbers. Can you compare them to the average stats and tell me how I can get my stats up to be above average? Now, by stats, I mean email open rates, because see, we're talking about stats right here. So email open rates, click-through rates, all of this stuff. Put in what you got. Ask it to compare it to what industry average is and ask it how you can go above industry average. What are the things you can do? Okay, retargeting campaign. I'd make it build my campaign. You see what I'm saying? So the results that you get don't have to be the end. If you still have something to create or something to think about, go back in here and ask it, right? So that's how I would do that.
I love that.
And happy birthday to ChatGPT. It is 1 year old today, okay? Dr. LaFera, you had your hand up.
I did have my hand up, but it was going to be for something similar to what Shaky asked. So, yeah, because I wanted help with basically generating my digital stuff, my new offer or offers that are low time consuming for me to engage my audience of women over 40.
Give me an example.
Yeah. Like what I could do in terms of an offer to create excitement and engagement in terms of bringing them into my funnel, and then and so that would be like a lead magnet. And so then what offer I could create after that lead magnet that's not high touch coaching to get them the transformation, the biggest transformation that they desire. Which I've already asked people in my group, and they said they want more energy and stuff like that. But I feel like that's kind of soft, a little bit. I feel like that's kind of soft. So I wanted more suggestions. I know weight loss, but I mean, everybody's doing it, so I wanted more suggestions in building a funnel and leading to that transformation.
I want great skin, great hair. I want my brows to the point where I don't have to draw them in. I want good eyelashes. Like, who you asking?
You want beauty though, okay? So you want beauty, but they want more than beauty, because when I was helping them with beauty, they were not very active. And so I was like, okay, let me pivot. But I don't want to be totally health. I'm not totally health, because that's not what my brand is wellness and beauty. So it's like, how do I do enough of one without doing too little of the other? So I'm thinking I need to be very creative with the way that I talk to them about health and infuse beauty. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. But the transformation that they say they want is more energy. And they want they want to figure out how to eat healthier, but that doesn't tell me why they want to eat healthier. So it's like, but they said energy and a couple other things in the poll, but those aren't like, I mean, so one of the things I have is like eating less sugar for better gut health and all that stuff. But like I got to figure out ways to make that interesting, because that is eating healthy, and that is going to affect your skin. That is going to affect your hormones. That is going to affect your inflammation, getting in more protein. So that is going to affect, all of that. So I guess I could focus on, I guess more of an ingredient based approach and feed that to ChatGPT and ask it like, okay, so what kind of stuff could I be doing?
Yeah, so that's what I just did. And
yeah.
some of this stuff you're already doing, right? I'm gonna hone in on number 8. Number 8, collaborations and partnerships. Recommend the best ones to achieve my funnel goals. Let's see what happens. So I could have just said more without repeating to get more. So I always do that, y'all. So this is giving us influencers in wellness and beauty niche, wellness and lifestyle bloggers, health wellness coaches, yoga studios and fitness centers, spas and beauty salons, wellness health clinics, nutritionists and dietitians, podcasts focused on women's health and beauty, online communities and forums, subscription box services. And so it stopped it. So I'm noticing now that the new ChatGPT is stopping at 10, which is good, because it used to give like 20 or 30 and they weren't really, it don't really do well doing that many at a time. So I like that it's stopping at 10 now. So now I'll ask for more without repeating. Let's see what else it got. Online retailers and e-com, other people's marketplaces work well. Event planners, women's magazines and online publications, local community centers and women's groups, corporate wellness programs, which you're already trying to do speaking for, right? Business wellness expos, trade shows, nonprofit organizations focused on women's health, business. Okay, I love all of this, but we're gonna do corporate.
So can you share those? I know you can.
Of course, I am. I'm gonna inbox you and shake it. Corporate wellness programs. Let me see. Who is the contact in most corporate structures to engage, to reach out about a partnership? Because see, most of the time with these corporate things, we don't know who the hell we supposed to be talking to. So in most corporate structures, the best contacts for initiating a partnership related to corporate, look at this, Director of Human Resources, Wellness Program Manager, Benefits Manager, HR Generalist or Coordinator, Employee Engagement Manager, Chief Human Resources Officer. So now this at least gives you people that you can target on LinkedIn. Let me see. Draft a pitch letter that would compel a partner for corporate wellness to accept my offer. So I love these again, and Heather will remind you, don't take these letters straight out of here. Make sure that you kind of tweak them. And this is not even about copyright or plagiarism. This is just so that it makes sense for what you're trying to do. Just make sure. So look at that.
To add your voice.
So I love that. And yes, I'll inbox you this, Dr. LaFera.
Yes, thank you. And we have some work to do in your membership, because I like retreats also for what I do and spas.
Yes, yes, most definitely. Well, all right, ladies, it's definitely time for Heather's writing room. But last call for alcohol. Any questions about ChatGPT for your small business? This has been a great week. Dewana said that works for my business too. Awesome, Dewana.
I just invited like 15 people to be part of your community that I didn't realize I hadn't invited before, and that is on me. So they better join.
Well, the funny thing, look, the funny thing is I'm about to have a contest.
Seriously?
I am.
Man.
Because like I told y'all, we can't just have these groups and say, ain't nobody in my group. We have to do membership drives, right? And so my contest is going to be first place is $100, second place is a t-shirt. And you're going to have a point system. And I'm going to run this contest every month until I get tired. So you're going to get 50 points for inviting the most people that accept, not inviting the most people. You know, Facebook has a whole nother layer in there now they have to accept. So some of the people that you have invited before, you can invite again because they may not have accepted. So check and see if they're already a member. You'll get 5 points for the most people that show up in the comments of the morning show. You'll get 10 points for those that actually come to workshops. No, come on the show as a guest. You get 10 points. Those that are signed up for a workshop, you get 25 points. And then I'm going to have a leaderboard every week because it's going to go all month long. So innovation, y'all. Innovation. So, yep, I love it. I love it. So it starts for December. So, Heather, if they start coming by tomorrow, that'll be fine. That counts for the contest. Well, all right, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Have a great week. Y'all already picked the topic for next week. We're going to talk about VAs and how to use them in your business. So I'll see you next week, y'all. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday. The studio is closing in